a controversy surrounding MyHoyo has escalated to the point where English voice actors have spoken up. A petition on change.org is gaining traction among fans dissatisfied with Hoyoverse's treatment of characters, leading to calls for a boycott of MyHoyo's games. So what is the issue? Before we begin, we apologize if there are a wrong pronunciation of some words. Without further ado, let's get into it. The controversy began after the reveal of the first 3 characters from Natlan, Kachina, Kinich, and Mualani, in the teaser trailer shown at the end of the version 4.8 livestream. Natlan appears to be inspired by African and Latin American cultures, similar to how other regions in Genshin Impact are based on real-world cultures like France and Japan. However, players noticed that the characters from Natlan, like many others in the game, have predominantly light skin, sparking criticism and calls for a boycott. The backlash has extended to voice actors from Genshin Impact expressing their disappointment. Allegra Clark, who voices Beidou, commented on social media, "It's just disappointing when parts of the world that are so seldom reflected in media could be portrayed accurately." Other voice actors, including Valeria Rodriguez, Sucrose, Alejandro Saab, Saino, and Koidao, Albedo, have focused their criticism on a new character, Ororon, believed to be based on Olorun, the supreme deity of the Yoruba religion from Nigeria. Despite Olorun traditionally being depicted with black skin, Ororon is not. Rodriguez highlighted the game Smite, which depicted Olorun in a way that is closer to traditional representations, stating, "This is unforgivable. Look at what a sick job Smite did with their own interpretation. It's not hard." This isn't the first time Hoyoverse has faced criticism for this issue. Most of Genshin Impact's characters have very light skin, a trend that has persisted since the game's launch. The lack of representation has been a growing concern among players, especially as the game expands and draws from diverse cultures. Similar criticisms were raised during the launch of Sumeru, a region inspired by Middle Eastern culture, which also featured an almost exclusively white cast. The reaction to Natlan has been more intense, possibly because the pattern of underrepresentation is becoming more apparent. While backlash to Sumeru was significant, the response to Natlan suggests that players are increasingly frustrated with Hoyoverse's approach to cultural representation. In addition to the petition, a Twitter account called HYV Boycott has been created, providing instructions for players to participate in the boycott. The account urges players to review bomb the game, provide feedback through surveys, send complaints to customer support, and contact local politicians. It advises players to avoid making purchases or participating in Hoyoverse's economic activities, such as buying the Battle Pass, login rewards, merchandise, and collaborations. There are various reactions from ENG community that include and on CN and JP, the reaction is somewhat positive. With the petition gaining momentum, community members speaking out, and calls for a boycott growing, Hoyoverse may face significant challenges when Natlan is released. The Nation of Pyro and its contents are expected to arrive in late August, assuming no delays. This period gives the company some time to address these concerns and potentially make changes based on the feedback from its global community. So, what do you think? Is MiHoYo going to listen to the community? Comments down below.